Bring us in.
Well, what?
Bring us in.
Hey guys, and welcome to the first weekly spoiler by Build Better Productions.
Yeah, weekly spoiler review.
Okay, yeah. We're gonna recap what we saw this week and give our opinions as though you care about them.
As though you care. Well,
As
that's
though you
actually
care.
a perfect description.
Yeah.
We were planning on posting our first video on Monday, the Learn to Play, but we didn't anticipate UDE giving us so many spoilers the first day.
Yeah, like holy crap.
So yeah, it was.
There's 10 of them.
Is there 10? Okay.
Yeah.
It was pretty rad. So I was like, well, I guess we should just dive into it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, our Learn to Play will still probably be up by Monday.
yeah, we'll do that on Monday, but hopefully we'll have this up by tomorrow. So it'll be it won't be our first video anymore. So that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But that's okay. So yeah, we got our new Monsters Unleashed previews.
Holy crap.
And yeah, they're pretty sweet.
Dude.
So I guess let's just dive into them.
Yeah, why not?
All right. So the first one's going to be Monsters Unleashed.
Mm-hmm.
It's a plot twist for any combat.
Mm-hmm.
Choose a defender to get 2 attack and monstrous this combat. So, thoughts?
All right, so post Thorigins, everyone started playing Savage Surprise with good reason. It's kind of a good card. It brings down heavy attackers and it stops problems. Legacy brought us a lot of mono decks and a lot of more team activity. Mm-hmm. So I feel like team attacks.
Falcon, right?
It's not just Falcon. I feel like team attacks are going to be in the meta a whole lot more. I feel like this card is fire, dude. If we don't see it, it's an auto include in the monsters deck for this team. It may be we're going to definitely need to think about it in other decks.
Oh, so you're talking about playing actual monsters, the good monster support characters, so that you can play this one.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it goes pretty well. I like that. So, obviously, the big guy right now is Thor. Everyone's worried about Thor for Gen Con.
Of course.
And this is everyone's looking for answers, right? And this kind of can do it. Like, if you're playing in a Monsters MC, and their ideal turn 1 is Falcon, Thor, team attack, let's go. Mm-hmm. If you can get double stun off of that, that's pretty cool, right?
Oh, Lord.
You don't have anything to attack into, but so maybe you can take a more defensive posture against that deck then. Mm-hmm. So Monster seems great in that scenario. It doesn't help you against the Black Widow.
Yeah.
But
the main attack.
The ideal turn 1,
attack.
right?
Yeah.
Is Thor into Falcon, Thor team attack, let's go.
Yeah. At which point, if you get to stun both of them, that's more than Savage Surprise was ever doing.
Yes, but here's the flip side. So if your opponent's playing monsters, then you're just probably burning the lightning strike so that your opponent can't play this card against you, right?
I mean, that's if you're playing Goom, but I'm sure we're going to get to that here in a second.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so we'll get into that. We've seen 2 of the monsters MCs, so maybe one of the other 2s will be different.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's just go to the next one. Oh, yeah, let's go right into Goom. Goom level 1. So he's a 4/3 of flying, 6 health. 6 health has obviously been really great in the game so far.
I mean, it's the par, I think, right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's 6 health, or you need to just
or you need to have some
walk on home.
Nuts.
Yeah, you have to have a power to justify that extra wound. He has the de-aging time machine. You can pay a blue to put -1/-1 counters on an enemy character until it has attack less than Goom's. Awesome.
That number is 3, by the way.
That number is 3. So here I was, of course, these all got spoiled while I was at work. So I was actually really busy at work today. But I'm like, how can I make Goom's attack smaller? How can I can't figure it out for the life of me. But
kid trying to tech over here to
right. So I want to put Goom to 1 attack, so I just put my opponent to 0 attack. I don't think there's a way to do that yet. But that was where my mind immediately goes to. But then you start thinking about, again, let's go back to Thor.
Yep.
Thor, when he levels up, he has attack and defense that are equal.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are putting Thor down to 3 attack, when you're level 1, you'll get stunned back unless you probably have something that's bigger than a 3/3 on board. But at level 2, he becomes a 4/9, which is ridiculous, right? Baby's got back.
Baby got back. Dude.
And you're just gonna be able to stun him with no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Savage Surprise there doesn't stun you.
It's
when
insane.
you're level 2.
Yeah.
So let's go into his level up condition, right? So when he strikes an enemy character with lower attack, he gains an XP. He needs 5 XP to level.
Yeah. Initially, I was like, I don't know if I like this. Because at first I was like, I thought it was when he makes an attack onto a character with lower. So I mean, that's kind of a guaranteed. They can't pull some tricks to scoop your XP from you.
Well, they could, though. Savage Surprise would scoop that
XP.
XP.
Well, no, because if it was an attack condition,
if it
would
when,
be on the
when
attack.
he attacks. Okay, I got
However, this way, you get almost guaranteed attacks on, or almost guaranteed XP on attacks. More importantly, the plot twist that is the most widely played in the game, shock to the system, is free XP.
Well, stop. First off, shock to the system will go in this deck, yes.
100%.
But it is not the most widely played anymore, I don't think.
Probably not. I think it's the most widely played defensive plot twist.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely the best defensive plot twist.
It's better than Find Cover.
Oh, yeah, 100%. So, yeah, he's definitely playing. So, when I first saw Goom, I was like, this guy is absolutely terrible.
Yeah,
absolutely terrible.
I thought that too.
I was like, 5 XP, and you have to attack into 5 different things. Mm-hmm. Then I realized it was strike.
That was the thing that flipped in my mind.
Which is amazing, because we already have a plot twist that gives him monstrous. So let's go back to that Thor scenario, right? Mm-hmm. You're getting 2 XP if you play that. Or more if you, like...
On turn 1.
On turn 1. And then and if your opponent makes a single person attack on you, and you shock to the system, you can survive the attack. They can't attack anyone else because he is flying, and so they either have to choose to give you more XP or they have to be done.
Yeah.
So
let's talk about his main downfall.
Okay.
My boy's got 3 defense.
3 defense level 1.
I mean, he's got Luke Cage stats since Luke Cage was the first 4/3 in the game.
Was he? No.
Well, yeah, he was.
He might have been.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm not sure.
We'll fact check, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. He's got Luke Cage stats, which means he dies to Thor's Thunderbolt.
Yes, that's true.
But that's the only scenario I think.
But if we're getting thunderstruck, then you're not gaining XP either.
True.
Maybe it's enough. Level 2 ability, you can pay a green to go find his son, and or put 2 +1/+1 counters on him. I think his son is the next card we get into. So...
No, his side character is the next card.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and do his son first.
Okay.
So his son is Gugam. Is that how you say that?
Gugam.
I should probably have looked up enunciations of these words beforehand. But he's a 2/2/2, which at the start of each turn is a +1/+1 counter. So when you search for him out, he's a 4/4.
Yeah.
He grows every turn. Actually, let's go to Goom side character.
We're never going to hit this guy's level 2.
Listen.
All right.
Well, no, we just did his level 2.
Yeah, but...
He's a 4/9. We covered that. And his ability to search.
I feel like his 9 butt is just... It needs to be
I really
about.
want... No, it's not... We are talking... It's huge.
It's huge. That's it.
Let's talk about the sport character, because I know we have different opinions, 100%. And I know you're wrong.
No, dude. I'm right as rain on this
Goom. 5-drop. 4/4 flyer. At the start of each turn, put 2 +1/+1 counters on Goom. Go. Two wounds. 2 wounds. 2
wounds. Okay. So my default for 5 drops in this game is Wolverine.
Okay.
He's a 5-drop 5/5. Stat displacement of 10
becomes
points.
a 6/6.
Becomes a 6/6.
Okay.
So he's got 10 points, turns into 12 on the attack.
Okay.
That's how I'm gonna do stat displacement. Okay. Attack and defense. We're not gonna mess with wounds or keywords or anything.
Okay.
So Goom is a 4/4 with flight. The flight is kind of irrelevant.
Okay.
At turn 5, it's kind of irrelevant. The 2 wounds doesn't really matter. His ability doesn't go off until the start of your turn, and if Goom is stunned, his ability doesn't go off.
True.
So I'm sitting here staring at essentially Spectrum 2.0, a card that no one is playing, or Nova from the first set, who is also a 4/4 with 2 wounds and flying 5-drop, who does nothing.
Okay.
Like,
are you ready for me to prove you wrong?
All right, come on.
This is a 6/6 flyer.
He's not a 6/6 flyer.
First off, you're going to use him to attack into something smaller on the turn he comes out. No big deal. Mm-hmm. He gets +2 +1/+1 counters at the start of each turn, not your turn.
Holy crap, what?
Yes.
All right, Vito was wrong.
Vito was wrong.
This guy's incredible.
This guy's pretty sweet, right? Like, you either protect him or you find some trick to protect him. And all of a sudden,
you
on
just
turn
pass.
Right, but like, I'm saying like on their turn, if you have like Find Cover or X Factor or not Uncanny Defense or anything of that nature.
Shock to the system.
Shock to the system. You can hopefully protect him for a turn, and then all of a sudden you have an 8/8 on your turn. Like,
wow. Okay, I was wrong. This is the first time and only time you're ever gonna hear that. I was wrong about Goom. He's kind of fire.
And so now Goom Gam, who is Googam?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who is his son, who the main character searches out. It's just a mini version of him, right? It's a 2/2, doesn't have flying, has 2 wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any of these monsters that have 1 wound? Looks like there's 1. 2 wounds is half pint, right? He grows 1 turn, every turn, not just your turn.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a 2 cost 3/3, no flight, no range, 2 wounds. Not that great. No, I don't think.
But if you search him out,
make him a 4/4.
He's a 5/5.
He can become a 5/5. That's fine.
I mean, okay, if you search him out,
it's a free character though. Like it's a free 5/5.
That's what makes him good.
It's a free 4/4 and then turns into a 5/5 on your opponent's turn. So that seems fine. Like I don't see, me personally, I don't see him seeing play outside of Goom's deck, like the Goom MC.
Oh, 100%. That's exactly my thoughts on the character.
Fetching,
he's good.
Right.
Playing standard, I mean, he's got the same stats as Ant-Man, and then he's got the same stats as like all your other 2 drops on your.
Because he kind of does the same thing as Iron Fist, right? You search him out, but Iron Fist, Luke Cage started playing multiple copies of because he's got a pretty good ability.
Mm-hmm.
This one will be a 1 of, I believe. Let me double check to make sure. Oh, maybe not, because Father of Googam only searches your deck for him.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
You can't pull it from your KO pile.
Yeah, I still think he's probably a 4 of in that deck.
Okay.
But the fact that you don't have to do anything with the one you fetched out, you can put your 2 counters on another Googam that's already in play.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he doesn't have Swarm, so another one.
Right. No. Yeah. You just pay a green to.
Yeah.
He at that point he just has Agent Venom's ability.
Yeah.
So. What we got next here?
My second favorite card in the whole freaking
really?
Spoiler. Yes, I love the flavor of it.
The Thing That Crawls by Night. Yes, The Thing That Crawls by Night. 6 cost, 5/8, 1 wound. Nothing is too big for it to attack. So, the Deadpool ability. If everything's stunned on your opponent's side, he can attack at a location.
Mm-hmm.
If he attacks a location, he has to strike it.
Yeah.
So things that would reduce his attack down to 0, he won't get the effect. But he can attack locations and destroy them, KO them.
Yeah.
Relevance.
Probably none. Here's the fun
He's
stuff.
sweet though, right?
He's sweet.
Like the idea is, if I get, it's a win more card.
Yeah.
But this is one of those cards that isn't necessarily like competitive play. I don't think. I could be wrong. Like, I mean, I could be wrong.
It could be. His stat line's really good. Like at 6 being 5/8, when you get higher up in the stats, I believe personally, you're wanting things with bigger defense than attack. Because you want things that can start blocking for you. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you're not going to be getting to these 6 and 7 drops.
He can't really block for you though because he doesn't have flying.
Yeah, but funny thing. Mm-hmm. So I was reading the spoiler, and they did kind of a little mini FAQ on this character and said when you're attacking a location, treat it as a character. You can still play plot twists. The caveat there, all your characters are stunned. You're only allowed to play neutral plot twists. And there's no way you're burning 2 fine covers or...
Well, fine cover wouldn't work. Only Shock the System would work.
Well, no, you could play fine cover because I think it was said that they're considered to have a defense, but it's not like a number.
Oh, okay.
So
if your defense goes higher, it still checks for like a stun.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't get to, like I said, I was really busy at work, so I didn't get to read that.
I found that funny because you're only allowed to play neutral plot twists because there are no face-up characters, so you have no team affiliations. Mm-hmm. So are you really going to burn 2 shocks to the system to keep a location? Like, what location is worth those 2 plot twists?
None.
Exactly.
So, I wish Magneto was, more relevant right now.
He would 100% go in Magneto.
This card would be great in Magneto because your opponent doesn't want you to blow up his resources. Mm-hmm. You want to blow him up. This essentially gives you the chance to even get further ahead. Because, that's Magneto's plan. Survive a few turns, get ahead.
Get ahead a little bit.
Get further ahead.
Yeah.
So you blow up a face down resource, you blow up a face up resource. Yeah, you're feeling great.
In Magneto, I feel like he is a spook with a body. Like everyone wanted to play spook in Magneto, and then it was just kind of like didn't really do much. You're wasting too many cards to blow up a resource.
Right.
So this one kind of gives you not necessarily the spook ability, but the same outcome of the spook ability. And he's got a pretty nice body. I mean, I'm not looking, but like, looks pretty good.
You're married, man.
Speaking of pretty nice body, Elsa Bloodstone. She is a 3-drop, 3/3 with range and has the Bloodstone fragment. She has 2 wounds, by the way. When she appears, pick one of these 2 for her to gain. Also known as pick lethal and another thing. Durable, fearless, lethal, and regeneration.
Okay.
Thoughts?
So, you texted me today, and you were like very much on this card.
I'm so on this card.
I understand. Like, you texted me, and I believe your exact words were, so Elsa's just a better Gamora.
I did say that.
And
do I believe it? Probably not, but I love pushing those buttons.
Because my response was yes and no. Like, the range, yeah, I guess so. Like, because you're getting the same amount of attack, and you're probably not getting the stun back from the range.
Yeah.
But, like, not having 4 butt, is that going to be relevant?
Probably not. Okay, the only way I can see its relevance.
Okay.
People are playing a lot of Elektra. As they should be. She's amazing. So Elektra does get a stun, no pumps on her. Because she's in the back row. Mm-hmm. She's only got 3, and that's Elektra's attack.
Yep.
Elektra's probably getting a stun off on her.
Yeah, that's fair. She's not that widely played, though.
Dude.
She should be.
She draws a card.
She does draw a card. She does draw a card. But she won't draw a card against Elsa because she has 2 wounds.
True. So, I mean, she's kind of weak to Elektra. But
so, in a vacuum. With nothing else contributing to the board, what are the 2 abilities that you pick?
Nothing contributing to the board? You pick Lethal and Fearless. Lethal because it helps you deal with side characters, and Fearless because if there aren't any side characters, you have 6 attack.
Okay.
On an MC.
The thing I really like about this card is the versatility if you're playing Singularity as well.
Yes.
So you come out, you give her durability and lethal, and you kill something. Maybe she takes a wound, so you go ahead and tuck her. They stun your Singularity on your turn. She comes back and play, gains regeneration and lethal. Yeah. And then because usually after something like Singularity dies, you can reposition your characters in a way that you can protect whoever you want. Yeah. So she's probably going to survive and then heal that wound, which is pretty sweet. Or if Singularity doesn't stun on your turn, she just comes back into play and you give her lethal and like durable again, or lethal and fearless again, and then you retuck her, and then whenever she does finally die on your turn, you give her the regeneration. Yeah. So that's a pretty neat like interaction that I thought was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, overall, I don't know that she replaces Gamora in every deck. I am saying the way that we build these vacuum decks where we're just like, this is the best character for this slot. Mm-hmm. She replaces Gamora as the best character in a vacuum for slot number 3.
Okay. Because she's easily protect what? But you don't get even the odds.
You don't get even the odds off of her, but you do get Monsters Unleashed.
Fair. Let's go ahead and get to the big guy.
Oh, my actual favorite card.
Everyone I talk to is super excited.
So excited
about Fin Fang Foom. What is the saying for Fin Fang Foom? The one whose back scratches the sun.
I'm pretty sure it's something like that. It could be Kunlun. I don't remember if Kunlun was the one whose back brushes the sky. Maybe. Either way, Fin Fang Foom is a bad dude, and you don't want to mess with him.
A lot of people just love the character, right? Like, without even, like...
I mean, he's a dragon.
Outside of the card. People just like the character.
He's a dragon in a superhero storytelling.
Right. So how much do you know about Fin Fang Foom?
I know very little about Fin Fang Foom. Okay. I only know what I read in a couple Iron Fist comics. Okay. Because Iron Fist likes to fight Fin Fang Foom.
I mean, he has the Iron Fist. They make a reference to that in the Netflix series.
Yeah, it's super good.
He's the one who defeated the dragon, is what they say.
I'm pretty sure that's Kunlun.
Is it?
Or what's the dragon's name in Iron Fist? The one that gave him the iron symbol. I think that's that dragon.
Okay. I don't know. The only dragon I know is from the Marvel Universe is the Fin Fang Foom. We have an 8-drop. He has flying. He is a 14/14.
Which makes him
the
biggest character with printed stats. I don't want to say biggest character because Charlie 27 is looking at you all the time.
I will punch you in the face.
I will punch you in the face.
Solitary.
Irrelevant. That's an irrelevant text right there.
Yeah.
Irrelevant is what that is.
Probably. Most of the time it will be irrelevant. You can't team attack. Let's say in a theoretical, like, you're playing against Thanos and he's pumped really big, or more realistically, you're playing against Thor.
And he's pumped really big.
Who has doubled his counters a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
He can't team attack in.
True.
But
that's when you just play even the odds.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because you're playing Guardians.
Because you're playing Charlie.
Okay. Massive.
Oh my god.
This is like everyone I talk to is super excited about Fing Fang Foom. I get to attack an entire row.
And it's not like I get to split up my 14 damage how I want.
No.
It's this guy gets 14, you get 14, you get 14, another one, another one, another one.
He's like Oprah with 14s.
Exactly.
So I was trying to explain this card to one of our guys in the Tulsa versus group.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, basically, it's like he has Monstrous, and he chooses which row team attacks him.
Yeah, I'd say.
It's the best. It's the most simplistic way to look at it, right?
Yeah.
Just because I was trying to explain it to him.
I mean, it's the strike back rules are probably a little strange there, but yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah. One thing we've done a little bit here and there on the cards, which I want to go back to one of the cards later and do this for. Mm-hmm. Cards that work well with Fing Fang Foom. The first thing you said...
Vigilante Justice.
Was Vigilante Justice.
Vigilante Justice.
Attacking an entire row with First Strike?
Oh my god.
Seems awesome.
It's so good.
But again, like, we're living in an imaginary land where we're getting to turn 8. In our current meta.
True, our current meta doesn't produce a turn 8. At Origins, a lot of the decks that would play Thanos usually cut him. I know I was the decks that I was playing that weekend. I wasn't playing Thanos, even though I would have, because the game really doesn't go that far anymore. Yeah,
it could, like, maybe something will happen and things will slow down.
And that's really
that's the thing.
I was saying that to a friend of mine earlier. He said, like, but he's an 8-drop, and I'm like, that's what the people want. We want 8-drops. We love seeing huge dudes, whether we get to play them or not. Like my boy Onslaught. Yeah. Who's actually playing Onslaught? Nobody.
I saw an Onslaught played at Origins, and it was fire. I will just tell you, like, that guy's never bad, I've learned.
Main plus of this card.
Okay.
He has 2 wounds. So he is a guaranteed row stun. Probably twice.
Yeah.
That in and of itself makes him totally playable.
So, and if you're attacking a full row, you're probably getting stunned back, so you don't have to worry about things with lethal.
Exactly.
Even though, like, what with lethal is hitting you for 14?
Charlie 27 and Gamora.
Right. That's true. That's true.
You know, my favorite lethal combo.
That is very fair. I want to live the dream of attack your back row. X Factor, attack your front row. That is the one thing, like,
the dream, man.
Because when we play in our group, we have a few guys, and we'll either get together and we'll either play competitive decks, or we'll get together and we'll just, I threw this together, we just want to play games and have fun.
Yeah, Crime Lords Mono. Super fun.
Right. Like, this is what I want to do. Like, I want to be like, get your back row, get your front row, get good. Like,
get good, scrub.
Like, maybe play it with Deadpool and, like, go ahead and then after that, stun your
try
face.
to win on turn 8.
Yeah, again, not competitive. Just something funny that we could do. Like, sometimes we just do stuff for the laughs.
I'm so
right?
in on this deck, man.
Yeah,
like, I'm already in. I mean, that's all I really have to say about Fin Fang Foom. Like, sorry we spent so much time on him, but, like, he's awesome.
We don't know if he's playable yet, like, because of how late he comes into play. But as a card, he is very cool.
So cool.
So yeah, of course we're gonna talk about him a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Oh, cool, Fin Fang Foom."
That's what, like, the whole collective has been on.
Yeah, people have been wanting to see him for a while too. So everyone's really excited about that. Let's talk about.
This is another card we have split decision on.
Let's
but
talk
I might be right
about
on this one.
Voltron.
Oh,
let's talk about Exodia.
Yep.
Let's talk about the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Let's talk about what I want to call it. That's what I hear everyone else call him. I want to call him
Beetleborg. I mean, that was only 3, but
Captain Planet.
I mean, you're not wrong. I'm actually super in on Captain Planet.
And of course, we're talking about Kid Kaiju.
Kid Kaiju. He's bad, but let me explain why.
Okay, let's hear it.
So he is a 0/4 with 4 wounds.
Okay.
I shouldn't have to go farther than that, but I will. His ability is amazing. During the build phase, pay an Earth, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, and put one with the monster team symbol in your hand.
So you pay an Earth, you Professor Xavier for a monster's card.
For a plot twist, for a character.
I'm sorry?
That's a card. Yeah. Uh-huh.
One of the wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
so
that.
it can hit plot twists.
That's kind of cool.
That's really good.
That's pretty neat,
Yeah.
actually. It can also hit locations.
It can also hit locations.
Well, the wild. It can hit a location. But
still. That's incredible. I didn't even think about locations.
That's actually pretty neat. I didn't realize that.
His level 1 ability is insane. 5 fingers make a fist. I feel like this is worse than Spirit of Vengeance, man. Okay, at the start of your turn.
Is it worse than Daredevil?
Yes.
Okay.
Daredevil's playable. Heard it here first, kids. At the start of your turn, you may remove a monster supporting character in your hand, front row, back row, resource row, and KO pile. Notice how I said and, not or.
Yes.
It's all 5 of those places.
With our powers combined.
Captain Planet.
Let's go.
They must have different names. If you do, Kid Kaiju gains an XP. He only needs 1 XP.
Easy.
So, do we even talk about level 2 before we start talking about how bad Kid Kaiju is?
All right. First, let's talk about the level up before we get into it.
Level up. If all scenarios go correctly with the current cards we have seen.
We haven't seen...
I know we've seen literally nothing.
We haven't seen any of the...
I know we've seen literally nothing.
Well, yeah. Plus, there are 5 cards named because you get a bonus on the level 2 based on who you removed. None of the 5 have been spoiled yet.
True.
So there's
plenty of opportunity.
Okay.
What we know right now.
Okay.
The earliest you can do this is turn 3, and that's if all scenarios go perfectly. Because I ran the math earlier.
Okay.
In order to get someone in your discard pile, and get them on the front and back row, and then be named differently. That's assuming that like there are 2 different 1-drops with names.
Right.
So like
let me say this though. What if there is one of these monsters, one of these kaijus, has a ability like Call does for monsters? You can discard to pump up any monster character.
That would be sweet.
Yeah.
And I'd be totally in. So,
like, my position, when people have asked, when I've talked to a few people about this card, I'm like, I can't tell you whether or not it's good yet. Because he might get some support that's like, holy crap, like, we can actually... It's kind of like Thanos Year 1. When we saw Thanos Year 1, we were like, that's cute. That's cool. That'd be fun.
That'd be real cool.
And
I hear Cruel Tomato's good.
Cruel Tomato's an amazing card. And then all of a sudden, Zach really likes Thanos, so he's like, I want to try Thanos, and we were just kind of learning the game, and I'm like, you're really close to just gauntleting. I'm like, might be a thing. And like all of a sudden, we streamlined it into that X-Men build.
Which was sweet.
Which was a lot of fun. It had, I have to quote some people, it had a lot of finesse. And
it was the finesse deck of
It
Gen
was
Con.
super fun, and like that took me pretty well, right?
Yeah, I mean you top-aided, so I think that's pretty good.
That's great. I lost to Michael Barnes, that's nothing to just turn your nose to. He's a very good player.
My favorite part of that whole thing, not to derail our spoiler recap to like Gen Con Team 1, but like my favorite part was driving on the way to the tournament. We said, so what can beat Thanos? And all of us are like, Storm can beat Thanos. I hope no one's playing Storm.
No one's playing Storm. It's funny. Yeah, it was great though. Like, it was just one of those things where we're like, this probably isn't realistic, and then we just like we just build decks just to build them and have fun with them, and we're like, well, this is kind of possible.
Yeah.
Kid Kaiju has that potential.
He does, and I won't outright say he's bad, even though I already did, and I still mean it, because of that factor. We'll call it the Thanos factor. Okay. Maybe I'm just reading his level up condition wrong.
Right. Here is the one downfall. My only downfall, like all the hoops I have to jump through. His level 2 make all those hoops worth it.
100%.
The one downfall I personally have with his abilities is at the start of the turn.
Yeah.
So if he's stunned, he cannot level up.
Exactly.
And with 4 wounds, that's rough.
Yeah.
But...
Oh, dear Lord. Captain Planet. He's our hero.
Planet.
Bringing pollution down to 0, man.
We go from a 0-4 with no abilities...
To a 9/9 with all the abilities?
To a 9/9 with flight and range and smasher. Now, this be known, he does lose monsters are my favorite, so he can't tutor up anything anymore. But with the power of earth, wind, water, fire, and heart, he gains smasher.
Yeah.
So of these 5 monsters that you have
not even seen.
You have removed from the game.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce any of those names.
I'm going to try.
You can go ahead.
I would believe that's Aegis, Hyvo, Makara.
So if you exile Aegis, remove from game, I'm sorry. Aegis, you get durable.
Yeah. Hyvo.
Hyvo will give you lethal.
Makara.
Makara will give you monstrous.
Scrag
will give you dodge.
And Slizzle? Slizzick?
For Slizzle Minusle.
For Slizzick.
Will give you mobile.
I don't know how relevant mobile is, but I'm feeling this
Okay,
card,
so the
dude.
two that you definitely want are monstrous and dodge.
100%.
Lethal's cool. Durable's probably actually pretty good too. If Peggy Widow become a more regular thing.
If we can extend the game out and people start playing Ghost Rider again.
Right.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool, right? So,
he also gains 2 more wounds.
He does. He goes to 6 wounds.
Like, that's important.
This guy is a hoss. This guy becomes the strongest MC we've had.
Base stats.
Yeah. By a decent chunk as far as, like, MCs go.
Level 3 Groot is a 10-10.
I'm sorry. I do stand corrected. I forgot. I wasn't even thinking about level 3s. I was just in that
But,
zone.
I mean, the strongest level 2 by far. And more importantly, for all you sweet Mystique players out here, he is a Marvel level 2. He doesn't have these abilities.
Oh my Jesus.
But he is a Marvel level 2. And that's actually how I was going to end the video. But I couldn't wait. It's so good. He's a Marvel level 2, guys.
But he's just a Marvel. He's just a 9/9 flight and range.
Just a 9/9
Just a 9/9 flight and range. He doesn't get all these extra sweet keywords. That's why I'm trying to Captain Planet.
I know it. I know that's the dream.
So, are there any cards that we have out right now that will help Kid Kaiju?
Kid Kaiju's deck right now is so defensive.
Well, this goes with saying that we don't know a lot of the cards yet for this team, but like, just the idea of you gotta be defensive early, right?
Yeah.
And he kind of takes care of the offensive when he levels up.
I'm thinking X-Men, Avengers, Uncanny Defense, and mostly
Think Again.
Think Again and Shadowcat are going to be like your best friends.
Okay.
Because if you can kill,
we're good.
Yeah, if you can kill a couple early turns, you may have it.
Okay. Let's go back to Goom real quick before we wrap up. Because I think this is the only card that we really talked about that we didn't talk about old cards that could help.
Yeah.
Do you have any synergies to go with Goom off the top of your head?
Off the top of my head, I mean, the Inspire keyword doesn't hurt for his second ability.
So Captain America?
I mean, Captain America.
I think he's the only one with Inspire right now, right?
Yeah. I mean, well, side character anyway.
Right. What do you think about Viper?
Oh, Viper.
She gets the double minus one out there.
She does. She does. Yeah, she does.
I think that seems pretty sweet.
It's pretty sweet. Personally, I just like Monsters Unleashed on him. Because with that 9 butt, like, you're going to have to team attack into him to do something.
Yeah.
So, hitting him into a 6 who strikes back all, like, defenders, that feels good.
You know what card was really good with Monsters Unleashed?
Every card.
Electra MC.
True.
She's got dodge.
She's got dodge. You know how we feel about dodge.
Well, yeah, but we also know how we feel about Electra. So yeah, that's going to be all the previews from this week. So,
yeah, I mean that's
it was really fun to like finally just dig into them and just start taking a bite out of them. So I was already pumped for this set, right? Yeah. And like just this little bit.
I mean, 10 cards is not a little bit. Like 10 cards is more than we got in the weeks of Legacy. Like.
Fair. But...
So as far as like the next spoilers, I'm not sure if they're gonna do 10 a week. I mean, not 10 a week, but like 10 a day. We're gonna probably try to do more. Well, I mean, we're definitely gonna do more spoiler videos.
Oh, we're definitely.
Are we doing them every day? Who knows? We'll see.
Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll just have to see how fast they come. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, we get a spoiler.
I mean, I would be so down to spoil a card. You hear that, Mark? I'm down to spoil a card.
I emailed Mark, and it's just kind of...
Especially if it's Black Bolt.
You're not getting Black Bolt.
Dude, just...
Give us the worst card
Give us the worst card, and I will make it good.
We will make it great.
Or at the very least, I will lie about it.
Yeah, so that's going to be it for us today. And I really appreciate you guys checking out the review. What's your favorite card so far?
Yeah, leave it in the comments. Give us a thumbs up if you want. Give us a thumbs down if you want.
Hey, yeah, give it, like, seriously, because we're just starting, because this will be our first video since the Learn to Play video won't be. If you have something that you think we can improve on, let us know, because, like, we're just starting this. Like, we're just going to try to get better at it, you know?
Yeah.
So, again, we really appreciate you guys' time. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.